So the first thing I'm going to do is expand this so that I can see more information about your parts. And then I'm going to expand the jack stand, and I'm going to turn off the visibility of these 3D sketches and work planes that I don't need to see. So I just toggle the visibility off on that. And then I'm going to mate the front plane, so I'll do mate, and I'll select the front plane of the jack stand, and I will mate that to the front plane of the tube. So that's constrained together. And then I will do the right side plane of the tube to the right side plane of the jack stand, and that puts that together. We can go in here and test this out, and we see that this moves up and down. I will line up the hole, a couple of the holes approximately, and then I will do mate. And actually I already had that side selected, so I'll clear that selection, and I will select this face and this face. That will mate the axis of those two faces together of the cylinders. And then I'll go down, and actually I want to turn off this sketch here, so I want to turn that off. That's in the tube, so I'll hide that sketch. I don't need to see that work point either, so I'll hide those work points. And then I'll go down to the pin, and let's expand that pin. And I will hide this plane, and let me find where that pin is. Here it is. And so I'm going to mate this face against the holes that I had that line up. I want it mated to that face, and I'll apply that, and then I want this axis of that pin mated to the axis of this hole. It moves it over into place. Now if I want to put an offset distance for that pin, I could go back and add an offset distance to move it out, but let's go ahead and move this part up. And so I'm going to mate the and I can either do this to the jack stand or to this part, to the tube. I'm going to mate the front plane of the tube to the front plane of this part, and I'll accept that. And then I'll mate the right side plane to the right side plane of the tube, and then I'll move that over into place. And let's move this piece up, and then I'm going to mate the top of this tube to the bottom of this part, and that moves that down into position. So the most robust way of assembling your components is using the origin planes that cannot be deleted, and so you're less likely to end up with a situation where your assembly constraints are broken.